This is Module 2, Lesson 1, Valuing Process and Sub-Processes. What is valuing process? Well, valuing process is an act of going through the 7 sub-processes which are subsumed into 3 categories, namely choosing, pricing, and acting. Let's look into the 7 sub-processes under choosing, pricing, and acting. Under choosing, which is choosing one's beliefs and behaviors, we have 3 sub-processes. First one is choosing from alternatives or several options, and then choosing after consideration of consequences, and choosing freely. Under pricing, we have 2 sub-processes. The first one is pricing and cherishing, and then publicly affirming, especially when necessary or appropriate. Under acting, we have 2 sub-processes. The first one is acting itself and acting with pattern, consistency, and repetition. So those are the 7 sub-processes in the valuing process. Now, let's look into the teacher's roles under or during the valuing process in terms of cognitive, affective, and behavioral patterns. In terms of cognitive structure, the teacher facilitates the learner's awareness of their cognitive basis for values decisions. It's like asking the rationale or the philosophy behind the student's values. Then the teacher examines and questions this cognitive basis and corresponding choices. The teacher dialogues with the learner on certain value issues. And the teacher expands the learner's and also the educator's way of looking at things in order to arrive at more informed choices. In terms of the affective life, the teacher checks the affective dimension that may either hinder or facilitate the living out of certain values. Examples are the student's motivation, acceptance of or resistance to the values, enthusiasm for values, and so on. In terms of behavioral patterns, the teacher facilitates the learner's consideration of their behavioral patterns. And then, the teacher invites learners to also look into their actual behavior. So, those are the roles of a teacher in the valuing process in terms of cognitive, affective, and behavioral patterns. To recap, we discussed the valuing process that includes choosing, pricing, and acting. We also talk about the 7 sub-processes and the roles of the teacher in the valuing process in terms of cognitive, affective, and behavioral patterns. That's the Module 2, Lesson 1, Valuing Process and Sub-Processes. See you in the next video.